Welcome to Nelson Today, gentlemen. Dave, could you explain briefly what these two sets of initials stand for and how the organization came into being?
KERS stands for Kootenay Recreational and Education Society, a society formed by the City of Nelson approximately 5 years ago with the purpose of finding a useful educational or recreational function for the campus formerly known as DTUC. The Nelson University Center is a name chosen by our academic committee for the function of bringing university courses to the City of Nelson, which they have been able to do in the last year and a half, and will continue to bring courses to Nelson.
Arthur, what's your role in this?
Well, I'm the current director of the Nelson University Center, and our committee, which comprises about 7 persons, has been able in this year and a half to bring in programs, university programs of a post-secondary nature. At this moment, we've been offering about 11 courses through Eastern Washington University.
Okay, what guarantee is there of accreditation of courses taken here, i.e. Taking those courses to UVic or UBC, that type of thing?
Yes, we're talking now about first-year level courses, which is a brand new venture which we're undertaking at this moment. The discussion of transferability is now well underway, and we've got an agreement that 5 courses so far have been approved, and we're planning to go ahead in April to offer these courses in Nelson.
April seems like a rather strange time. Can you explain the reasoning behind that?
Well, we wanted to start somewhere, and originally we had planned to start after Christmas. We postponed that now till April, and we will really get going, I think, in the fall, in September. But we're running a pilot program in April as a start.
And what were the courses that will be offered?
There'll be first-year liberal arts courses, specializing in the humanities, the thinking of English, history, philosophy, sociology, the physical sciences, mathematics, and biology.
How will prices compare with, say, UBC or Simon Fraser?
The costs will be, in terms of tuition, will be similar to those at the coast universities. They'll be slightly higher than at Selkirk College. And students are going to have to pay most of the costs of the operation.
Mm-hmm. Dave, you're personally involved in an endowment program for NUC. Tell us about that.
Yes, the pilot program that the Nelson University Center is embarking on will not probably in its initial stages be self-supporting financially. KERS has therefore seen fit to establish 3 funds, Nelson University Endowment Fund and the Nelson University Trust Fund, and the University Center has established a Nelson University Student Loan Fund. In January, KERS is going to conduct a blitz campaign of the Nelson and surrounding areas, an attempt to subscribe to these funds to the extent where they will support the efforts of the Nelson University Center.
Mm-hmm.
This is necessary because at the present time we are not getting any financial support from provincial government or other government sources. Although the City of Nelson has been quite generous towards the university effort.
Recently, City Council turned the operation of the David Thompson Library over to Canadian International College. There's some benefits that the citizens of Nelson get from that arrangement, and we'll maybe talk about that in a minute. But Council also appointed KERS as a trustee over the David Thompson Library collection. What's involved, Dave, in the trusteeship?
Because CIC is a private entity, it was felt by the city that CIC might not take the community interest in the library to heart. Therefore, they saw fit to establish an agreement with CIC that established KERS as a sort of a watchdog or trustee who oversaw the operation of the library by CIC so that they could be assured that the public access from other educational organizations was maintained and that the DTUC library would still be available to the community at large.
And how does KERS plan to structure this?
KERS is establishing a 5-member committee who will meet at least monthly with representation from the library and from the CIC, and review the operations and management of CIC and recommend any changes. They will be totally in control of disposition of any of the collection and addition to the collection. It's CIC or the Nelson University Center with KERS.
There's probably some benefits that CIC gets by entering into this agreement. What might you see as benefits that Nelson residents would get from this new management structure?
The DTUC library has always been a technical source for members of the community of Nelson who wish to do research into many aspects of education. The library, as developed by Notre Dame and DTUC, actually is quite a good post-secondary educational library, and many of our citizens in Nelson are interested in developing. Some of them are writers that want to do research into history. Others are taking courses at Selkirk and wish to use the DTUC library collection as part of their educational development. And the intent of the city to see that those avenues remain open to the public at large.
All of these things that KERS and NUC are doing take people and money. What's the membership of KERS right now, and who would be eligible to join?
KERS is an open society. Anybody that's interested in post-secondary education or library services or recreation can become a member on payment of $10 to the society. The memberships are available to any of the directors. Unfortunately, most of the directors are not too accessible to the public, and the most likely source of memberships would be through City Hall. The city appoints a council member to the directors each year, and that council person has membership cards available to the public through City Hall.
And who is that council member right now?
Donna McDonald has just recently been appointed by the new council to be the director from council for the upcoming year.
And so it's a $10 membership, but that wouldn't go very far. What other sources of money does KERS have besides the memberships? And you've indicated some from City Council as well.
In the past, we've been fortunate in getting some funding through the federal government during the stage when we were trying to develop functions for the opportunity that some of these other government granting agencies might be interested in. The main support of the effort in 1989 will have to be by public subscription to the funds that we are going to make stress in the new year.
Thank you, gentlemen. I've been talking with Dave Fairbank, Chairman of Kootenay Educational and Recreational Society, and Dr. Arthur Bartsch, Director of the Nelson University Center. For Nelson Today, I'm George Millar.
You can edit those little signs up there. Sides.